Hi and welcome, Kat from Sacred Soul Rising. So today I want to talk about what separation brings, why separation is there. So, the twins meet in the 3D, and this meeting is cosmic, is powerful, is a connection like no other. And, often twins will say to me, especially the divine feminine, sometimes I work with both, but more often than not, it's divine feminine that I'm working with. The connection was, it was like something not of this world. The connection felt, I felt this vibration in my whole being. And, you can also, I want you to know that just before even meeting, the twins meeting, the connection and the energy is already starting to dance. And that's why people often say, I dreamt about this person, they'd been in my dreams, or they'd visited me, or it felt like the person I spoke to when I was a lot younger. This connection is way beyond what is going on in the 3D. And that's why you can't approach it from mind and ego. You can't approach it from a relationship point of view. Often people will say to me, first of all, Kat, I searched out relationship coaches because I just thought it was a normal relationship. And then the more the journey went on, I realized that this was way beyond two people coming together. And it's a spiritual connection. But what I want to say is, you magnetized another incarnation of you in, who is the same soul essence, same soul frequency. But the journey and where you need to focus is on you. Whilever you're distracted by the other body, you can't do the true work. And twins are not like soulmates. Soulmates can do the work together and sort of travel the path together. This is not this connection. Separation happens. And in that separation, divine feminine, that is when you do the work on this journey. Separation is not happening by chance. So I want you to take the blame and the story off the other body. Forget about that. This journey is orchestrated at divine source energy. Whilever you are placating into the story and what they did or didn't do, or somebody else involved as well, or whatever, you're not doing the true work of the journey. And the true work of the journey is you. And I know that is incredibly hard to hear because your mind is so activated on this journey. You're going through ego death and dark night of the soul. And that's the thing. When you go into that first separation, for divine feminine, she is thrown, she is catapulted and into dark night of the soul and ego death. She is now in a forced awakening. Now, we have different types, well, not different types, but people, go and meditate on mountains for years and years to awaken to their true essence. No, you're not doing it for years and years, or you could be on the journey for years and years, but the initial catapult, you are being forced into it. And a lot of the time, you don't understand what is happening because you just met another person. You were just having a bit of fun, you were just going on a date with another person. It wasn't until that soul recognition happens that suddenly you're like, what? This is not what I do. And I hear that statement over and over and over again. People will come to me and go, Kat, I'm really respected in my community, or I hold, a job, this position, this job. This is not what I do. Or, people go, Kat, I'm a mom, I've got a family, or I'm a dad. This is not what I do. It's just not. I don't get this crazy energy. If it's not working out, I just go, fine, see you later. I don't need this. Move on, I'm all good by myself, or whatever. People say this to me over and over again. This is not what I do. Why? Because it's not about the person. You believe it is about the person, but it's not. It's the essence, it's the energy that is ignited within you, that when the soul it recognizes itself in the other body, it causes this like reaction, so to speak. I always talk about the reaction a bit like when we put bicarbonate of soda and vinegar together and it fizzes. And what it is doing, it is fizzing, it is activating, and it is activating you into your awakening. And you are doing it as a high speed train. You are Concorde. You are on Concorde doing this journey, and it feels damn scary. You are looking for that information because it feels scary. This is not what you do. This is not how you act. This is just another person. What is this? This is stupid. This is crazy. You can't tell anybody. You can't tell anybody. This is silly. But it's not about the person. It is about you. And you are now going through your own ego death and dark night of the soul. And what happens at that point is everything that you had built your life on is now being stripped away. And when I say that, I mean all the false pretense, all the everything that is not of your true core energy and your true core frequency. And that's why on this journey, friends suddenly will just vanish. You know, it could be friends you've been friends with all your life. Suddenly they make no sense. They're not vibrating in the same frequency of you, and they just suddenly go. Family members, your career, your home life, everything starts to drop away. And I really want to stress, that can be bloody scary. And a lot of the time when this connection is talked about, it's talked about as two people. That is not what is just going on. But if you go to somebody, because you initially think it's a relationship problem, you love somebody, they don't love you. That's a smaller part about what is going on. You believe it's that, but there is so much going on within you. And I'm also making this video for maybe friends and family, maybe people that are also coaching, or readers that are reading for people out there about twin flames. I really want to stress that whether it is you, the person I am talking to that is going through this journey, or you're watching this and because you're trying to understand what the twin flame journey is, because you get a lot of clients coming to you, I really want to stress it is not just about the person. Yes, the person was the vinegar and the bicarbonate of soda that activated it. But then when soul recognition happens and that separation happens that all twins go through, that is when you are plummeted into dark night of the soul and ego death. And then this journey needs to be treated like an awakening journey. And that's where your focus needs to be. Wherever you're focusing on a twin flame journey, you will see, I use twin flame label all the time. Twin flame journey, twin flame journey, twin flame journey. Why am I using it? I'm using it because the algorithms understand. But really what is truly happening when that soul recognizes itself in the other, it then, for the divine feminine, it catapults you straight into dark night of the soul and ego death, which is a spiritual awakening. And so what then is happening to you? The ego is starting to, I like to call it as in dissipate, because we never fully lose. The ego's not going to die. You're not going to go, okay, goodbye, I bury you, ego. But what you're going to realize that the ego isn't your driving force. And you may go, well, I'm very spiritual. I have worked on a soul level for a long time. A lot of the time, we're still driven by ego. Ego is identifying as this body, as this person. You thinking that I am Cat. Am I really Cat? No, I'm Cat now, but really, do I identify as Cat? No, this is just the mind, the ego, the body, but truly who I am is soul. And the soul does not identify as anything. The soul doesn't attach to anything. And so the journey is for you to really start to rise into sovereignty. And often people will go, well, what is that sovereignty, Kat? What are you talking about, sovereignty? Sovereignty is about finding yourself at every level. Why Shakti and Shiva are ignited on this journey, why that Kundalini is ignited, is because Shakti ignites. Shakti dances through all your chakra system and dances up to Shiva, who is obviously the space holder. And she is igniting you. That's why you get these big oscillations of emotions. That's why suddenly, where your foundations, your base and root chakra links to foundations, to security, to finances. That's why on this journey, everything that is of false sense, that isn't true to your soul's essence and your soul's resonance, starts dissipating at a really high speed pace, because she is your life force energy. She is you. Yeah, she is you. I want you to know that she's not separate to you. She is your life force energy that is gifted to you when you are earthbound. And so she dances up and she's igniting everything in you. That's why she ignites the heart chakra. She ignites the heart chakra at every level. So you have to, you can try and go into mind and ego. I'd guided on a soul level for decades. I taught healing. I taught people how to grow soul-led businesses for years and years and years and years. I can honestly tell you, I really didn't want to guide on twins, and I kept almost like pushing it away, and more twins would come to me and go, Kat, I need you to help and support me with this. And I used to go, no, I'm a soul-led, I help people find purpose. I guide people into working with ley lines, working with energies, working with their awakening. And I was like, no, I'm not into twins. I don't deal with twins. And the more people that started to come to me, the more I realized that, my goodness, everything that I have done throughout my life has prepared me for helping people shift and move through this. So soul purpose, soul mission, connecting in to their soul essence, moving through awakenings, learning how to work with energy. Okay, everything that I had gone through, that I had become, so to speak, was what twins were about at every lesson, because it's not just it's not a linear journey. It's not just, okay, I need to just detach, I need to just surrender, and then I will get the person. That's not this journey. The journey has so many more angles and depths to it. It's you coming in to your full sovereign being, for you connecting into your heart chakra to not live that false life, and finding that deep self inner love. And so you stop abandoning self. That's why, when we first go into that separation and that activation happens, that vinegar, as I say, and bicarbonate of soda, can tell I used to clean with bicarbonate. Oh, I used to love it. And it brings up your taps. Beautiful. Anyway, by the by about my taps, looking all sparkly. This journey it activates you at every level. So when you go into that first separation, and then you have the reunions, and then you go back into separation, when you start to detach from the mind and the ego and stop seeing it as, well, they've gone again, or they've done this, instead going, okay, I'm feeling abandoned now. I'm feeling really abandoned right now. But instead of going, I feel abandoned, instead looking, where am I abandoning myself? Where am I not showing up in my full sovereign being? That is this journey. And, you know, the journey of self-love is not bubble baths and having your nails painted. This journey about self-love is you not abandoning self, is you stepping into your authentic, original soul blueprint. However that is for you, is for you learning to connect back to your soul essence, to your pureness, to your gentleness. And that might be in really simple ways. Most divine feminines, when I work with them, I will say, okay, so what do you love doing? And they'll go, well, I love going to, this is just an example. I love going to the gym. I love going out for walks. I love going out for, you know, drinks with my friends, coffee, whatever. And I'm like, no, but what do you really truly do? And they like look at me and they go, well, I've just told you. I like going to the gym. I like doing, no. What do you really like doing from a creative, from a being, from a gentle aspect? And most divine feminines struggle with this because that's where they're abandoning self. Sometimes it's as simple as doing something that maybe you've always loved, like flowers, and starting to learn how to paint, learning how to just draw and connect in with nature, or going and learning how to paddleboard, and just instead of doing while you're paddleboarding, getting out on that paddleboard, going out a little bit and then being, allowing, sitting there and taking in and just being in that ocean, being on that water. I talked a lot the last few days about the vibration of water. The light frequency and the light coding that we are receiving right now is activating water in a massive way. So if you're feeling really activated, third eye, crown, I know I've talked about it a lot, then it's all about going into water, connecting to water. Water is very, very activating at the moment. It's also deeply soothing. It will feel like being in your mother's arms. You will feel held. You will feel nurtured at every level by being in water right now. So the separation is there for you to release, is there for you to connect in with your true essence. So you stop abandoning self. So you start to show up for you, not for anybody else, for you. So you find and you connect in with your gentleness, your rose energy. Rose energy. Rose energy has such a pure, angelic frequency. And that is this journey, connecting back to yourself, that pure energy, and not looking outside of yourself, not blaming somebody else for how you feel. Nobody is to blame for how you feel. And that is about taking spiritual responsibility. And I know that might trigger you. Yeah, but you don't understand. Nobody, when you are in sovereign self, when you are alchemizing your own energy, when you are starting, when that solar plexus, when Shakti hits the solar plexus is all a shoulda, coulda, woulda. Should've, could've, would've. I remember my first amazing little teacher he was in his 80s, And he went to me, the should have, could have, would have. The should have, would have, could have. Can you release, while you're on this bed with me, can you release the should have, would have, could have, Can I? I did. I stopped thinking I should have done that. I stopped thinking I could have done that. And I stopped thinking I should do that. And do you know where I went? To the present moment. Because in that present moment, that is when you are in the here and now. Wherever you are activated in that solar plexus, thinking, I should be doing this, I should have said this, I should have done this, I could have done this, why didn't I do it different? I should be showing up different, I should be more, I should be less. And just know that right now you are whole and complete just as you are. You are whole and perfect just as you are. Breathe in, connect into that heart chakra. Bring it all back to you. And know that this is you. You are the creator of this journey. You believe that you are in separation. You are looking for union. Who are you looking for union with? Another? Or is it union with self? Because let me tell you, the journey is about union with self. Connecting back to self. Coming into wholeness. So nobody can rock your boat. Nobody can make you feel like you should have, could have, would have. Where you stop abandoning yourself at every level. Where you show up for yourself and you know that you are that sovereign being. You are not on this journey by chance. You are here as a way shower. You are here, and twins are this spider's web all around the planet, and they ignite this frequency, this light that ignites the higher state of consciousness, that connects us back to source energy. And source energy is oneness with all. It is light. It is oneness. I also want to say this as well. Is darkness bad and light good? Or is it just one? There's that saying, isn't there? Without the moon, there is no sun. Without the sun, there is no moon. You are whole and complete as you are. And this journey, the separation is happening so you can delve deeper. We all know, I work with twins all the time, and those reunions, when the energy then weaves back in the 3D, because it's one. At source, it's one. There is no separation. When people go, oh, what about union, Kat? When am I going to come into union? You're looking at it with 3D eyes. You're looking at it thinking that it is form. This journey is beyond that. And when you start to really connect in with that essence, that's when this journey changes for you. Whew, this was a long one. I hope this helps. If you need more help and support on this journey, you need to understand what is going on, and also really connect in with the true essence, which is you. It is you. But who is you? A lot of the time we get mistaken identity on this journey because we have identified as this physical vessel, the ego mind. When this journey, you are catapulted on because you are here to find your true essence, which is soul. And the soul does not identify as anything. And the soul is oneness. You and your other incarnation are not, I've seen a little bit the last few days about split souls. It is not split souls. It is one. And this journey is a formless journey. It has no form. You are now on a pathless path. This is not a linear journey. It is not a step-by-step guide, tick it off. I've achieved it. I have achieved it. Oh, I'm at that stage. Only then for you to go, hang on, I thought it was at that stage. How have I moved back to this stage? Why? Because you got expectations. You started to attach on. And the universe will go, nope. Nope. And back you go. But are you really going back, as in you're going back on the journey? No. But you're being shown it from a different angle so you can release and let go and rise into that divine sovereign being that you are. As I say, this journey is not happening by chance. It's a gift. If you need to know anything about this journey, how to move through this journey, how to shift it, how to really go beyond, really start to awaken to who you truly are, your true essence, then Awaken to Consciousness is there. And if you're like, do you know what? I want to learn how to work with energy. I want to learn more about the ley lines, more about the crystal grid, how to work with that shamanic energy, how to heal at every level. Then my Master Healers course has just been launched. I'm doing lives every single week in it. And if you're ready to go, do you know what? I'm ready to show up. I'm ready to help others. And I want to discover how to. And really change my life, but also change others too. To be in service. Then my soul-led business course, soul coaching course is there to help you, to support you. It's there to really help catapult you on your journey. But I offer loads of free content here. There's also my blog posts that will help and support you on this journey. This journey is a gift. This journey is happening so you can stand in your own sovereign being. And I'm here to give you tools if you need them. If you don't, keep watching. I send you so much love. Many blessings.